Get ready. APC, tell your brothers, get ready. We will take over these states. Let me say it again. You know why? When we take over these states, so that the work is given from Abuja will get to your work. All the governors in Southeast Aka to work for our people. Yana Gulu na na-eji ọtụmọkpọ arụ ọrụ na ha bụ miracle worker, always yoku. The miracle maker is that president who release money to the state. But no, the real miracle worker is a man who stopped oil subsidy and did not keep the money in his pocket or keep it in Abuja. They release it to the state. That is the right miracle worker. But no, in Sakoro, I am going to have a stadium. Come on, without game. I know why I got feel like on. If from you come ala, okay, maybe my big we have the right. Here Guru stadium okay, unna bali, but Guru na bali adi be enough. Always always. Eso was a guy look. I want to get no. President Torehu ega on the release. That is the truth. And he has no opposition party in the states. And never call anyone. We can be friends, we can be family. As long as we are in a different political party, our job is to be the watchdog of the administration. This administration might be my friend, the leader, but I am opposition leader in Abia State. And as opposition leader, I must speak for the masses. You cannot be getting the kind of money you are getting and you are doing the job that former governors did with the less they were getting. The former governors got very less, 4 billion, 5 billion. And today, Tinubu has released 38 billion, 40 billion. Even the governor the 4 billion, because the real opposition operation. Can you imagine 4 billion no administration now? 4 billion, 5 billion. Okay, sir. Okay, 3.5. 3.5, 2 billion, 4 billion. I hope you see Bazara the church. And you want us, in all fairness, to compare you G38 to 40 billion. And there's already 5-6 billion.
It is obvious that Tinubu's plan is to make sure that APC takes over every part in this country. They want to install every government in every state in Nigeria. That is Bola Ahmed Tinubu's plan. They don't concern themselves about good governance. They don't even care if your state is doing well, if you're happy with your governor. All they want to do is to ensure that they have an APC politician that is installed in your state. The reason for all of this is because this politician will be receiving instructions from Abuja. This politician will have to bow to the presidency. That is all they are concerned about. They don't care if the politician will perform or not. Look at what is happening in Edo State. They install an illiterate as a governor in Edo State. Whether he's good or not, they don't care. The daughter of the president went to Edo State and installed an Iyaloja against the order of the Oba of Benin. They dethroned the culture of Edo State because Edo State has what they call Iyeki. But they've gone there to dethrone the Iyeki in Edo State to install an Iyaloja all the way from Lagos. The reason why all of this is happening in Edo State is because they have someone that is loyal to the presidency. So whatever instruction that is given, it will be obeyed without any resistance. That is what they've succeeded in doing in Edo State, and they are trying to replicate all of this across board in the country. The person speaking is the Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly, Benjamin Kalu. He called himself the number 6 man in the country. He's from Bende local government area. I could remember vividly early this year, a primary school in Bende State, a community primary school in Bende State was being renovated by a concerned Nigerian. And somebody that called himself the number 6 man in the country could not renovate a school in Bende State. Abia State has been poorly managed since 1999. You have from Odi's Okalu to T.A. Oji to Okeze Bazo, and now you have Governor Alex Otti. The previous governors have mismanaged the resources of Abia State. They took turn in sharing the resources in Abia State. But Governor Alex Otti came on board and showed everyone what good and transparent leadership is all about, and is transforming Abia State to become one of the fastest growing states in Nigeria. Everyone is seeing the developmental stride going on in Abia State, but the president is not happy. Now they have sent their foot soldiers to go to Abia State to brainwash the people to believe that Governor Alex Otti is not doing the right thing in Abia State. They want everyone in Abia State to believe that what Governor Alex Otti is doing in Abia State is the handwork of Bola Ahmed Tinubu from Abuja. That Bola Ahmed Tinubu is giving Governor Alex Otti more money to do project in Abia State, but Governor Alex Otti is doing lesser projects in Abia State. And you can see the clown surrounding Benjamin Kalu, listening to him and cheering him up. Don't be surprised, they are buying everything he's saying. He's telling everyone that because of the removal of subsidy, there's more money available for governors to work. But he's failing to tell them that because of the inflation that was caused by Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, the cost of building projects in any state has tripled. If 5 million was needed to construct a 1 kilometer road in 2022-2023, you will need 15 million to construct that same 1 kilometer of road now. That is what this proud Benjamin Kalu is not telling the people that are listening to him, because they don't want you to know. They want you to believe that Alex Otti is underperforming. Where was Benjamin Kalu when Abia State was going under bad governance? If Benjamin Kalu is so sure and he believes that the reason why Governor Alex Otti is overperforming in Abia State is because of the first subsidy money that is being given to him by the president, why isn't other governor replicating what Governor Alex Otti is doing in Abia State in their various states? Why isn't Nigerians also benefiting from the proceeds of the oil subsidy that Bola Ahmed Tinubu removed? Why are we still experiencing inflation? Why are we still experiencing hunger? Why are we still experiencing insecurity? Why are we still experiencing high cost of commodities in the market? I mean, the federal government received the bulk of the money. If Governor Alex Otti is receiving just a small amount from the federal government and is doing what he's doing, the federal government that received the bulk of the money should be able to do more. So why isn't Bola Ahmed Tinubu doing more? Why are they trying to claim the achievement of Governor Alex Otti in Abia State? Of course, this is typical Bola Ahmed Tinubu government. He wants to claim the achievement of other people. He did this in Lagos. As a governor in Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot point to real achievement that he did as a governor in Lagos State. All they keep bringing up are the achievement of successive governors that took after Bola Ahmed Tinubu, someone like Fashola and Ambude. They will tell you that Bola Ahmed Tinubu gave them the blueprint. That is the hallmark of a failure. That is the hallmark of someone that don't want to take responsibility, someone that don't want to be held accountable. All they are trying to do is to push the responsibility of developing Nigeria to the state governors. Whereas the federal government control majority of the bulk items that will develop this country. They're in charge of security. So any form of insecurity in this country is being attributed to the federal government, but they are trying to shift responsibility to the state government. And there is no meaningful development that can happen in this country when we are still battling insecurity. So for development to take place, we need to deal with insecurity. Why isn't the federal government dealing with insecurity so development can thrive in this country? Because foreigners will not come into this country to invest when we are still complaining about insecurity. Inflation was caused by our weak naira, and this was caused by the federal government, not the state government. All they are focused about is how to take over states, how to install their puppet in different states of the federation. And all of this is not to drive meaningful development. It's not because they care about the people. It is all about politics, power consolidation. The deputy speaker is shouting that APC will take over Abia State. Take over Abia State for what? Is Labour Party not doing a good job in Abia State? Is Alex Otti not doing a good job in Abia State? Are the people of Abia State complaining about Alex Otti? APC took over Nigeria in 2015 and they destroyed the third fastest growing economy in the world. They destroyed the biggest economy in Africa. They destroyed everything this country was boasting of. Nigeria has never remained the same since APC took over power. Bola Tinubu came to power in 2023 and Nigerians are experiencing the most excruciating pain in the history of this country. Everything is going downhill. No meaningful development being driven. The people are suffering. Hunger, starvation, unemployment is rampant. Inflation is the order of the day. Soaring price of commodities in the market. The purchasing power of the people has been greatly reduced. They took over Edo State and they turned Edo State into a mockery state. Now they want to take over Abia State. Some of you will be thinking it is not possible for APC to take over Abia State. You need to understand that in 2023, despite the wave of the obedience movement and Mr. Peter Obi, it took the integrity and sincerity of one woman to make Governor Alex Otti the governor of Abia State. They did everything possible to rig Abia State. In fact, they've succeeded in rigging Abia State. But that woman stood her ground and refused to be compromised. She refused to be bribed. That led to Governor Alex Otti being announced as the winner of the 2023 governorship election in Abia State. Now imagine what they are going to do in 2027. They are not going to give you that Nena Otti, that INEC returning officer in Abia State. They will give you someone that will be compromised. They will give you someone that will be lowballed. They will give you someone that will accept their terms and conditions. If that woman had allowed that election to be rigged in favor of the PDP, they would have gone to court and nothing would have been done. The PDP would have won the election. So they will do the same thing in 2027. They will rig that election in 2027 and you will all go to court and APC will be declared as the winner of that election. That is the reason why every one of you must be wise and open your eyes. Don't allow it to happen in Abia State. As a matter of fact, your anger should be towards that Benjamin Kalu because he is trying to disrupt the development that Abia State is enjoying today. Just a few days ago, we saw a video of Governor Alex Otti in Abuja where he attended a convocation in Abuja and there was power interruption. He made a comment that they have solved the issue of power interruption in Aba. That is a governor that is working. That is a governor that knows what he's doing. They want to interrupt that development. You should not allow them to do that. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.